Since I got my health the way that I needed to get it, all these things have changed. Feeling of tiredness, having no energy all the time, thinking that I was just a lazy person, thinking that I was just had anxiety, that I was just a depressed person, feeling like I, to be honest, was just really not that pretty. I felt like I had really bad hair and bad skin and my teeth were just yellow. Like I just honestly thought that that was just the way that I looked. So I started going down this protocol to get myself to be the best version of myself, the way that I have been living, why my body has felt better than it's ever felt, why I look better than I've ever looked. All of these foods that I've eliminated from my system, it's because it messes with our digestive system.
My name is Jordan, and for the last 9 years, I've been living for what many might have looked like a dream. I was a real estate broker in one of the fastest growing cities of America, but for some reason could just never quite find happiness. After being diagnosed with a rare, incurable eye disease that oftentimes leads to blindness, I decided now more than ever is a time for me to follow my true dreams, which is to see the world. So I packed up my bags, packed up my home, and bought a one-way ticket across the world. During my solo travels, I rediscovered a new meaning for life and found that there was hope for me to heal my own body. I'm so excited that you're joining me on this journey as I rediscover me and find that this diagnosis was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I wanted to do an update on my progress after basically a lot of things with my health. So, as a lot of you guys know, I've been on a detox protocol. I don't even know if you want to say detox, but I've basically been working to get my health at the most optimal state possible, which means detoxing, getting all of the stuff that's inside of my body that has been in there for years, parasites, mucoid plaque, all of like the gross stuff that's like in our bodies that manifests and creates over years. I've been working for the past 6 months to get all of that out. And then I've been working in tandem to also be getting my organs and everything working at the optimal way that they should be working. Now, a lot of people, I just say, oh, I've been detoxing or like fasting and changing my nutrition lifestyle. And it's really, there's like a science as to why I'm doing what I'm doing. The reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is to promote my body to be in its best form and for me to be the best version of myself and experience life in the best way that I can, but also to help my body start healing itself from some of the things that it's suffered from, which are, I initially thought were just the eye disease that I was told that I had, but also I'm starting to realize, I realized really quickly that feeling of tiredness, having no energy all the time, thinking that I was just a lazy person, thinking that I was just had anxiety, that I was just a depressed person, feeling like I, to be honest, was just really not that pretty. I felt like I had really bad hair and bad skin and my teeth were just yellow. Like I just honestly thought that that was just the way that I looked. And ever since I started going down this protocol to get myself to be the best version of myself, I've realized that there's been so many things about me that since I got my health the way that I needed to get it and the way that it should have been from the first place, all these things have changed that I thought were just like, that's just me. You're just depressed. You're just anxiety. Oh, you just don't have good skin or don't have good hair. All these things are changing. And a part of that was getting my implants out too. I had these implants because I guess at some point in time thought that I wasn't perfect the way that I was, and I thought I needed breast implants. So now I have the breast implants out and those are gone. So as I kind of am continuing down this journey of becoming the best version of myself, I've realized so much. I've taken steps backwards and realized like, okay, great, that's why I don't do that anymore. And I just wanted to do like an update. So I got surgery almost 3 weeks ago. It'll be 3 weeks tomorrow. And I'm not gonna lie, I started kind of like slipping up on my nutrition. I have been completely raw. I don't even want to say vegan, but raw plant-based for the almost 6 months. I literally have only been eating raw fruit salads and raw green salads twice a day, every day for 6 months. I haven't had anything cooked except for the handful of times I'm going to mention. I haven't had anything cooked. I've had no bread. I drank alcohol one time and that was a horrible decision. So I have had the cleanest body that I've honestly ever seen anyone do. So after I got surgery 3 weeks ago, I started to kind of slip up. Even though I was like still eating vegan, I would here and there have like cooked vegan vegetables. Like I would have like vegetables that were cooked, or I had a Mediterranean vegan sandwich. So even though it was just vegetables, I had pita bread, which I haven't had any gluten, no bread, like no grains, nothing for 6 months. And I wanted to do an update about that and explain why I'm realizing the way that I have been living, why my body has felt better than it's ever felt, why I look better than I've ever looked. It's because all of these foods that I've eliminated from my system, it's because it messes with our digestive system. I didn't realize, like I thought, oh, you're healthy because you eat fruits and vegetables. Cool. I thought that was all that it was. But now I've realized that there are certain vegetables that are really hard on your digestive system that you should avoid. There are certain fruits that you shouldn't eat with other fruits because they are hard on your digestive system. And it's interesting because now that I have kind of taken a couple steps backwards and I've eaten a handful of cooked meals, even though they were vegan meals, I feel horrible. I'm not gonna lie. I mentioned I had like a vegan Mediterranean sandwich a couple of days ago. My stomach got immediately rock hard. Even though the only thing that was in that sandwich was vegetables and like hummus, my stomach was rock hard for probably 12 hours. It was awful. Not even like I was full. I literally felt like I had a boulder inside of my stomach. It was terrible. So I experienced that. The other night, really, to be honest, last night, I had some vegan jackfruit tacos with lettuce wraps instead of tortillas. So basically I had lettuce wrapped in cooked jackfruit. And you'd think that that is all vegetables, but no, something within like the sauces, something with the cooked food, like it totally, like I haven't had a stomach ache, a headache. I haven't felt tired in 6 months. I'm not kidding. And today I'm feeling all of those feelings. And I know it's because of what I ate yesterday. And you think that, okay, you're eating fruits and vegetables, you're not eating dairy products or meat products, you should be in the clear. But I'm realizing now that between not being completely 100% on my herb protocol and all of the herbs that I take every day, twice a day, but also eating a mixture of cooked food or eating some vegetables or some fruit that I probably shouldn't be eating because of digestion, I'm just realizing that all this like detoxing, all this like nutrition changes, this whole lifestyle change, it was for a reason. I have taken some steps back and I am experiencing the aftermath of that. Even like physically, the way that I look, I haven't looked bloated in 6 months. Even though I had like lettuce wrapped vegetables last night, the cooked food and I guess maybe some of like the falafel, which is beans essentially, like chickpeas and stuff, like even that has made, like, I look bloated. My stomach does not look like flat. I don't feel good. So I wanted to make a video and just talk about the fact of like, I'm noticing firsthand what it feels like to have your body clean and have all of like the parasites, the mucoid plaque, all of that stuff out of you. And then how that feels, how you look, what that looks like. I've experienced that. Now I'm experiencing what does it feel like when you take steps backwards, and what does it feel like when you start eating stuff for like that we shouldn't be eating, that's not going to help us feel the best and experience life the best. So I thought it was a really unique opportunity to just talk about the differences between what I know I felt like. I mean, I've talked about in other videos how I felt before I started this process. So I know that I was depressed, had anxiety. Like now, I didn't think I was overweight, but now looking between here and there, I was definitely overweight. I didn't look good. I had one of my friends told me I literally looked dead compared to how I look now, as far as like my skin and my teeth and all of that. So yeah, so I know what I felt like before I started it. Then I did this protocol and I've been doing it for like 6 months and I felt amazing. And now I'm like, okay, cool, taking a couple steps backwards and doing stuff that I probably shouldn't have been doing as far as like eating certain foods. I experienced that too. Like over this past 6 months, I drank once during this time. And even though I only had wine and I just had like 2 glasses of wine that night, I first of all, I wasn't even hungover. I wasn't drunk or anything, but that night, my stomach, I felt like it was gonna come out of both sides of me for like hours. And it wasn't because I was like, had too much to drink or anything. It just, I could literally feel the poison that was inside of my body. And my body was like, oh my God, get this stuff out of me. So it's just, I thought this was a unique opportunity to make a video about experiencing what life was like before, experiencing life when it was like super optimal, I felt amazing, and then now experiencing like, oh, I've taken a couple steps back. So I just wanted to make this video. I'm starting to help people with wellness coaching and kind of walking people through what I've been doing, the changes that I've made, because the way that I feel and the changes that I've experienced in my life, like I wish everybody would do it. I know not everyone is as committed to becoming the best versions of themselves as other people. So I know that this, like what I'm doing, my wellness program, like I know it's not for everyone, but those people that you feel somewhat called to it, your interest is kind of piqued, I definitely suggest talking to me, because this is not something that you will regret. You will never, ever, ever regret taking time and energy to become the best version of yourself. You will never be like, oh my God, that was so stupid. You can't, there's just no way. So I'm super excited. I just thought this was a cool like learning opportunity moment. So yeah.